This Levi, the Uber driver.
This is Levi, the Uber driver.
Hey man, how you doing?
Oh,
This is. Hey, my my daughter used my account, which is totally fine. She's on there. You took her to the Syracuse airport a little while ago.
okay.
Hey, because I got a pop up yesterday that you hadn't been tipped, so I tipped you today.
Oh,
Um,
thank you.
I just want to make sure that you get the tip since it's been a while since the ride was completed.
Um, okay. I don't know. Let's take a look here. That's a good question. um, well,
I mean, quite honestly, part of my question is because the guy yesterday, I took an Uber yesterday at a place, and he's like, was telling me if I wait too long to tip him that he doesn't get it, and
yeah.
I'm like, huh? And then I got your thing that you hadn't been tipped, and I just want to make sure you guys are getting the tips.
That was a first. That was a first. After, I don't know, 5 years, 13,000 some odd trips, I've never had a passenger reach back out to me to see if I got the tip. And I'm extremely grateful because I did get the tip, and thank you. I really appreciate that. But there's so much more to this trip because I just have to walk you through it. And also, just on a quick little note, he used the lost item features. So he went to Uber and said he lost an item, and which is fine. And then so Uber contacts me and says, "Hey, you need to contact this driver." And so I'm like, I don't know if I have your item, right? You heard the call. But he was just using it as a way to get in contact with me. And by the way, it was really odd that he said another driver said that if he waits too long, the driver won't get the tip. Let me tell you, we drivers, we don't know if we get tipped or not because I can't follow up with the passenger. Either I get it or I don't. And once you're out of the car, sad truth is, I don't know, you could tip me and I would never know, or Uber could take it. It's just blind transactions. There's that. Okay. But that's not even the thing about this whole thing. I wrote a social media post about that ride, and I don't think I earned a tip. Let me explain. So the way it went down was when I went to go pick up the passenger, it had a guy's name. And so it was like 6 a.m. Again, I'm picking somebody up to go to the airport. And when the passenger came out, it was a girl, right? It was his daughter. And she came out and I said, "Hey, how's it going? You don't look like a Steve." And I'm just faking the name here. And she said, "No, that's my dad's account." I was like, "Okay." Then I foolishly wanted to take like this moral high ground on behalf of Uber. I wanted to be the Uber police. And this is so stupid because I said something just to be funny. But I was like, you really should not share accounts. So I wasn't trying to be funny. I was trying to be the police, but it was stupid because you could tell she's, "Who are you? Are you Uber police now?" And I ruined the vibe of the ride because here's this college girl. Her semester is ending and she's ready to go home. It's exciting. And I tried to buy it back a little bit during the ride, but it was clear I'd really ruined it. And to get a tip, you have to provide an extraordinary experience. And while I did load her luggage and I was there waiting for her and I did a lot of things that probably potentially could earn a tip, you can't make the passenger feel awkward and expect to earn a tip. So I wrote this social media post. You can read it here. And I posted it on a couple of different channels and just saying I'm not Uber's police. Now, it is against the Uber community guidelines to share accounts. Obviously, drivers, they should not be sharing accounts because safety reasons for the passenger's perspective. Imagine if my wife used my account and you're expecting to see Levi as the Uber driver in the Tesla and you see my wife picking you up in my Prius with a different license plate. That's a safety thing and that's dangerous for the passenger. Probably even illegal against the IRS rules because what social security number is actually earning the fare. But it's also dangerous for drivers to some extent because a lot of people use fake names to skirt the rules. And I know you want to be anonymous as a passenger, but sometimes it's like we get some really weird names and it's late at night and you're like, am I going to get robbed? And there's no accountability. It's like once that person's in my car, a lot of dangerous things can happen. So you want to make sure that you're picking up a real human. And so Uber's gone through great lengths to have verified accounts and things like that. But it's still, that should be my judgment at that point in time. So if I don't feel safe, if I don't recognize if it's a male name and a female passenger, or there's that. So Uber has community guidelines, and they say stuff like you shouldn't be sharing accounts, and it's about safety. And that makes total sense. But I don't want to be Uber's police, and I want to be able to use my own judgment. And the truth is, there's no way I felt like that college girl was going to rob me at 6 a.m. I didn't feel unsafe. And so I wanted to act like Uber's police, to be righteous and like I know the policies and you don't. And it was just stupid. And I thought it hurt my tip. But there's even one more final thing about this that I wanted to talk about. And you learn this in business. You learn this in life. This is a life lesson. You never know when you're going to run into that same person again. Now, I've given a couple of repeat Uber rides, out of the 13,000 trips. I've probably have 100, 200 times I've given the same person rides. But you never know who you're going to run into again. And that's a really important thing to think about, because if you're rude and you're offensive and you're trying to do something, or maybe you lie to the passenger, you're trying to take advantage of them, whatever it might be. And I think about that other Uber driver saying, yeah, if you wait too long to tip me, I may not get it. Well, that's not really true. I've gotten tips from months before. Passengers have gone in and realized they didn't tip me, and they tipped me. So I think you never know who you're going to run into. And I was just shocked that this one post that I wrote about, the father actually reached back out to me this odd way. He did come through with a tip. I probably didn't deserve a tip. And you never know who you're going to run into. So I guess one of the life lessons here, you don't have to be the police for Uber. They're a global conglomerate. If you feel unsafe, don't take the passenger. If you feel safe, take the passengers. It's up to you. Follow the laws, but I don't know. You don't have to be Uber's police. Number 2 thing is you should work really hard for a tip, provide great customer service. And if you don't get a tip, you don't get it. But if you do, you do great. Third life lesson, though, is you may run into that person again. So be honest, do the right thing, and you might get rewarded. So I don't know, is that, did I get it? Hey, please join Thrive. You can join the Facebook group, have these discussions with us. I created this account that to really help drivers thrive. I believe that, yes, I want drivers to make the most amount of money that they can, but I also want you to be safe, healthy, and happy. I want you to enjoy this gig. And I want you to drive your way in 2025, because, there's so many drivers out there giving advice. And sometimes their advice is good, sometimes it's bad. We don't know. But just because you're driving the car in the way that you want to do it, the times that you want to do it, whatever, you're not doing it wrong. You're doing it your way. And that's okay, as long as you're okay with that. So, yeah, for 2025, drive your way. Please be safe. Know that I'm cheering for you. Be well. Bye.